All right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern, here on the GSMC Sports Network. Talk about professional wrestling, the thing we love so damn much. It's kind of reiterate what we talked about. We had our WWE Monday Night Raw review. We had our WWE NXT preview. Then we talked a little bit about WWE, the Bad Blood's potential main event between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Then we talked about, some of my top memorable Hell in the Cell matches. It was, pretty cool. So make sure you go in and, check out, some of that and leave your opinion with comments. Make sure you Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into our next segment. We're going to talk about we're going to have some Randy Orton talk here. All right, 1,010%. Let's do it. So you saw on Monday Night Raw how Randy Orton, Gunther, whose promo was cut short because of the CM Punk Drew McIntyre thing. But I thought this was a great look for Gunther. Definitely makes him look very strong. Makes him look so strong. He makes him look more over than Randy at this point, which, I think it was Michael Cole who brought up the stat that during his tenure in WWE, Gunther, 75% of the time has held a major title. And, it's that's just Gunther. That's just, something to be expected. He's impressive as hell. Obviously, future of the WWE, whether you like it or not. He's a little big. He's a little, he's a little rough sometimes, but he puts on great matches. He puts on great matches, 1,010%. So, I love Gunther. I think I think he's amazing. I do not think he's going to lose to Randy at Bash at Berlin because this is Gunther's. This is like his hometown. This is his shiz. He's probably gonna have family over there. This is like WrestleMania. Every single time the WWE hosts an event outside the United States, like you saw Backlash at France, or you saw Glasgow, Scotland host Clash of the Castle. Then you saw King and Queen of the Ring and Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and now you have Bash at Berlin. All these guys, they think of it like this is like their WrestleMania, because they never really had big WWE PLEs outside of the United States. So this is, I think this is cool. 1,010%. I love that. So um, Randy Orton is looking to become the 15-time world champion. He signs a 5-year contract in 2019 and now signs another that runs through 2029. He's had lingering back issues that that's pretty crazy because he has had spinal fusion surgery, which caused him missing half of 2022 and almost half of all of last year. So, that's obviously something that comes into part. But he could be heading toward like kind of like a Brock Lesnar, like a part-timer kind of thing, which would fit for Randy. I can see that. I think I read that somewhere, but I don't know, it just seemed like I don't know, it just seems so perfect. Randy Orton, like he is getting up there, 1,010%, but he could still carry the company. He could still be that main guy. He could still, if he wants, turn into a heel and hold the championship as a heel, or he could be a babyface and hold the championship as a babyface, and no one's gonna tell the difference because that's something Randy Orton does better than any other wrestler within the professional wrestling industry, AEW, Ring of Honor, TNA, Impact, is that he goes out there and he's like, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to do me. We'll go out there, I'm going to do me. If I make enemies, then I make enemies. I make fans, I make fans. If you like it, cool. If not, suck it. You know what I mean? Like, which is badass. That's cool. He's the ultimate badass, man. I'm just kidding. No, but I love Randy Orton, the legend killer. I would hate to watch a WWE without Randy Orton, but I know that's in the foreseeable future, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, Randy Orton claimed to retire when he's 50. He'll be 49 in 2029. So that kind of ends up, kind of to his man of his destiny there. Kind of crazy. Orton has confirmed a contract extension with the Spanish sports outlet Marca Marca that he's extended. It's true. It's true. He is going to be with the WWE for 5 more years. Obviously, as WWE fans, we hope that it's a long, healthy run. Oh God, I hate it when people sign and then they get injured. I hate that. Sucks. But there's a bunch of contracts that no, not a bunch, but you had the LA Knight recently signed, Natalia Neidhart recently signed. And now Randy Orton, I wonder if Ricochet is going to sign. I would love for Ricochet to stay a part of WWE, but I think he would get more of a push. He'd be more of a, like a main Carter, not wrestling on speed on WWE, Twitter or X or whatever you like to call it. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the speed. I got to be honest. WWE speed, kind of rubs me, the wrong way. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan. He was asked, he was asked by, in an interview, that he was asked about his potential for, the American Nightmare. And he said, and I quote, he said, I know you're alluding to Cody and his title, and maybe I'd like to do it later, but I don't think I should rush it. I'm going to keep doing this for a long time. I don't have to rush it. All I've got is time. All I've got is time. All the time in the world. As far as I'm concerned, I feel great, feel healthy, which is a good sign, which is a good sign for Randy Orton, which also, this is going to be Randy's last run in the WWE, and I just wonder what'll happen. What's going to happen with Randy Orton? Definitely one of the best wrestling superstars of all time. Definitely on a couple of people's Mount Rushmore. He's been 14-time world champion. That's impressive. I think he's won only one Royal. Has he ever won a Royal Rumble? I think he has. I think he has. So he's feuded with the best, like Ric Flair, Randy Orton, Triple H. He's feuded with who's that other guy I was thinking about? I, I think I said Hulk Hogan, right? But no, he's feuded with a lot of people, with The Undertaker as well. He's been there, he's done that, he's fought in the best. He's one of the best in terms of professional wrestling, in terms of protecting the other wrestlers. Like I think I remember watching this clip where Kofi Kingston, botched the move of Randy Orton, and it hurt his spine. And then, when you see Randy fight, at least when I do, like when he lands on his back, I gotta be honest, he does look in some sort of pain. And I'm like, oh no, this is it. This is it. Like every single match, he like babies and he favors that back. And I'm like, fudge. Damn, Randy Orton's gonna be gone for another year. But hopefully that's not the case. Absolutely would love to see the Legend Killer every Monday Night Raw. He told Gunther if he wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, then his new home's gonna be Monday Night Raw. But with the superstar shakeup happening probably in January or maybe sooner, maybe perhaps sooner, it can happen. Maybe he becomes the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Like I said, he can hold the championship belt and people not get pissed. You know what I mean? Like if he beats Gunther at Bash at Berlin, which I don't think he's going to, but if he does, I think it's like I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Like I know it was like a short title run for Gunther. Maybe you kind of have Giovanni Vinci come and screw over Gunther, or something happens. But this is a big ass maybe though. I don't think any of this is going to happen. I think Gunther's going to win comfortably. I've heard a lot of talk in terms of the professional wrestling social media and just all over like internet articles saying that he has the potential of being a year champion. And I'm like, like you just recently saw like I don't know. You saw Seth Rollins being beat by Damian Priest. Damian Priest, this whole Judgment Day drama, and then he loses the title. It's just I don't know. I think the longest reign that he probably could have is probably to WrestleMania. I think he could hold it to WrestleMania right now on the Monday Night Raw roster. But then again, who knows what's going to happen when this whole CM Punk, Drew McIntyre thing unfolds? What's going to happen with, Uncle Howdy? Maybe Uncle Howdy finds a way to challenge Gunther. That would be pretty cool. That would be kind of unprecedented because, be like, oh, Uncle Howdy playing mind games with Gunther. Gunther always walks around like this, with this, big chip on his shoulder, like he's the total, like he's the cheese. He's the best thing in the world since sliced bread. So, could possibly be, in the mist. But what could be in store for Randy Orton's last reign in WWE? I think he's going to have a match with Cena. I think he is. Maybe at Elimination Chamber. I think 1,010% that'd be a nice little, respect match. Nothing involved. Just, two guys kind of going at it. And then maybe one more heel turn. I can see, Randy Orton is, he's a slithery little snake, little sneaky little snake. He could turn heel in an instant. He's unpredictable, and that's the reason why people love Randy Orton. But then Gunther was like, "Oh, you are not predictable. You're a failure." And I don't know. It was kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how he kind of like, I don't know, where he kind of I don't want to say embarrassed Randy. He kind of put him in his place. Not a lot of people could do that in terms of intimidating Randy Orton, but Gunther did a pretty good job. Or kind of like what they were talking about in that interview. Maybe you could have a feud with the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. That Randy Orton taking on Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship. In the foreseeable future would be pretty badass. Maybe he's his next bad blood opponent, but he is getting a shot at Gunther's WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So I don't think he's gonna just hop onto another title match if he loses. So this could possibly be, a future for what Randy was talking about in that interview. He said, you know what, not gonna rush it. I'm still here for 5 years, so let's see where it takes me. I feel good, I feel healthy, 1,010%. Wish the best. Can't wait to see what happens with Randy Orton, the Legend Killer, moving forward because he's one of my favorite wrestlers. So he's I think one of my wife's favorite wrestlers as well. Love that RKO out of nowhere. All right, guys, it is Tuesday. So every fifth segment on Tuesday, you guys jump in my wrestling DeLorean where I take you guys back in the future. No, not back to the future, back to the past on this day of August. Oh, imagine if I could take you guys to the future. I think this show would get a hell of a lot more ratings. I'd be like, oh, Triple H is gonna come back and just kidding, no. But I think it would be pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna talk about what happened on August 13th back in the past. So make sure you guys are ready to strap on your seat belts, grab the helmet. Where we're going, we don't need no road.